All right, so below, I got some stuff for you if you're interested. If you want to be part of the mentorship program, which is extremely expensive, it's $25,000, or you want to be part of the group training, links are below. Be sure to watch this video from the beginning to end because I'm going to touch on some salient points. Most of the information on the internet about dating is from a fear posture. How can I date this woman and not get hurt? How can I marry this woman and not have her take half my money? How can I be in a relationship and be good? I'm going to mention the name. Richard Cooper. He has a very large channel, Entrepreneur in Cars, and I think Richard Cooper Clips. And Richard is in a relationship, but he said he will never live with his girlfriend. He will never live with his girlfriend. And when I heard him say that, I thought that was odd. Because I have no problem living with a woman. I'm going to explain to you why. Somehow, inherently, I knew that if I did not live with women and have that type of partnership, that I would forget how it is to coexist with another person. So living with a woman doesn't scare me. And I've had one bad outcome. I'll talk about that in the future. But for the most part, not a lot of negative issues with living with a woman. But once again, I don't do fear-based dating. I believe, let me just explain some stuff. I believe in abundance. I believe that money is coming to me from all places. This is why I give freely. And I just don't have this fear that I'm gonna get with a woman, she's gonna take half my money. I just don't have that fear. And you probably saw in the previous video, I plan on marrying my boo. Let's see, that's her right there. And I'm not having her sign a prenup. I'm not even worried about that because I don't do fear-based dating. Now, Richard Cooper, he's a smart guy. And I think he's been married and he's gone through the ringer. And I've been married before and I've gone through the ringer and I've had some bad stuff happen to me. But I don't allow those bad outcomes to dictate my future behavior. And I know it sounds crazy getting married without a prenup and being rich, but I'm just not worried about it. I'm just not worried about it. Because here's the thing. You get in a relationship that you want to build. You want to create. It's a different level of a relationship. One of the things I love about my relationship with Tressie is we laugh deeply. She is such a joy to be around. She's so much fun to be around. And I really enjoy having her around, and she's pretty funny. She does these little things. She's just funny. And one of the things that I love about her is she's peaceful. She's not the type to just start BS arguments. That's just not in her lane. And also, there's many other things that I'll talk about in the future, but if you want to build a durable relationship with a woman, like one of my employees, yeah, she's not going to be featured on this channel. I won't mention her. She's actually saving herself for marriage. And I told her I think that's a beautiful thing because the right guy will not be an issue. And, you know, we've had these conversations because let's kind of talk about this. The first wave of employees will get to know a level of me that the second, third, and fourth waves will never. They just won't, because as I get bigger, I'm going to have to get a little bit more distant, and we will not have these intimate conversations because there's just 4 of us right now, me and 3 employees. Probably by the end of next week, it'll probably be 4 or 5. And one of the things that I am seeing going back to dating is there's so much fear. The women are deeply, deeply afraid of getting with the wrong man. And men are deeply, deeply afraid of being used and abused. Now, here's one of the things, and I'm going to put this out here. As a man, this is something I think you should do as a man. You and maybe your best friend, male friend, should go to a very expensive restaurant and see how you're being treated. I go to a place called Hal's. I go to other places. I like fine dining. They treat you really nice. I went into a place the other day, and the waitress was like, "Oh my God, you smell great," because I had my cologne on and everything. You're just treated. You get used to being treated well, and once you get used to that, you can invite this woman into how you get treated. Like, I get my nails done. I've been doing this, good Lord, about 10 years. And one of the things that I do is I take Tressie when I get my nails done to get her nails done. I invite her into my experience because the experience already existed. I didn't just make this up, right? So she can come into my, and I remember the first time I took her, and she was just like, the look on her face was just like, she thoroughly enjoyed it. Then the third time we went, she just said she didn't like the way the guy did her nails because he was too rough. So we went to another place and she liked that. But creating luxury experiences that you can bring your girl into. I don't do a manicure. That's just not my thing. But I do the pedicure, and I am into grooming. A good friend of mine by the name of Aaron Marino has this luxury brand, which I haven't tried. Fortunately, I have really good genes because I don't look my age. I'll be 60 this year, right? So, but once again, Father Time, no one beats Father Time. So I'm probably going to get me a little grooming regimen, a little facials and stuff. One of the things that I did, and this is a suggestion, you should get an electric toothbrush. And I'm going to have to do a little editing here. Hold on a second. All right. You should get yourself an electric toothbrush. My teeth have gotten whiter. My mouth feels cleaner. This is kind of like I bought Tressie one. I'm inviting her into the experience. You should get one of these toothbrushes because this will remove so much plaque from your mouth. It is crazy. And this is an Oral-B. I used to have one that had a smaller head, but this is like one of the best things I ever bought. So you should get one. You should get one. And once again, you should create luxury experiences that you can invite your woman into. Like, I'm bougie, right? I'm really, really bougie. And I'm about to show you something. This isn't that far in the photo album because I recently pulled it up. But I'm going to show you something about me. And this is me. This has nothing to do with women. This has everything to do with me and how I position myself to live life. Okay? And it should be coming up. That's my boo. So pretty, so pretty. Let's see, where is it? It should be. I'm going to have to start creating albums so when I do these videos, I can find things quite quickly versus just scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. Okay, I think it's about to come up. Yep, I got a picture of a picture. Well, let me go down here and pull this up. Okay. That should stay there. All right, that's my luggage. And it did it. Okay. That's the luggage. That's $7,500, right? Why? I like traveling in style. Typically when I fly, well, I have not flown regular airlines in About 15 years. I always fly first class. So when Tressie and I take a trip, guess where she's going to be? She's going to be in first class with me. I get to invite her into my luxurious lifestyle. Why? Because my luxurious lifestyle existed before I met her. I'm trying to make a point. As a man, you should develop certain behaviors and things that remove the fear, like the whole fear-based thing. It's, toothpaste. But you should remove all this fear-based stuff because you're living a luxurious, high-level lifestyle. And then you can invite this woman in because I remember this was 2019. I had a heart attack. And the girl that was living with me, she kind of lost her mind because she was so worried about me. And I'm going to explain to you why she was worried. She actually loved me. She loved me. I'll tell you an offer that she made me. She was used to having a really good lifestyle. Had a maid. At one point, we had a chef. We never had fights. So because I brought this luxurious lifestyle to her, that she just fell head over heels in love with me. And she said, look, why don't you just kind of hang back and I'll take care of us. She's a tech person. She makes like $250,000 a year. So she had the ability and she offered to take care of me. Offered. And, you know, I wasn't in that space right at that point. I was like, I don't need to be taken care of. Because that was shortly, because it was 2019, and then 2020, I made like $3 million online. So because I was able to provide an opulent lifestyle, her loyalty was very different. Very, very different. And once you get away from fear-based dating, you open up yourself to like meeting so much, like, I'm kind of amazed by my employees. Like Kayla, the one who's saving us up for marriage, she's a very classy person. And this is what I think, because my energy is different. I'm drawing those type of people into my life. Because I'm not a selfish person, I'm not crazy and all this other stuff. But once again, if you want to have a deep, fulfilling, loving relationship, you got to let this fear-based dating go. And you can tell Richard, I said that. It's like Richard gets a lot of people look at him. And one thing I will agree with Richard on the burning desire, when a woman has burning desire for you, you do not have to wait for sex. My boo, it was her ideal for us to have sex. I met her November 23rd, the 30th. She was like, you need a massage. Then she blessed me off with some of that. I didn't have to go chasing. I didn't have to beg. I didn't have to whine. She just, boom, here it is. And because she has that burning desire for me. She likes me. And this is something weird because, you know, I don't really, she loves my smile. I don't really know what that's about, but I will say I've been smiling quite a bit. I've noticed that in my pictures. I've never had so many pictures of me smiling in my life. So, you know, if I send her a picture like this, she's like, that's ugly. I don't like that. I don't like that picture. That's ugly, right? Then I have to send her a smiling picture. Then she'll say, thank you. So if you want to have a deep, loving, abiding relationship, you got to let this fear stuff go. Now, with that, you do run some risk. All women are not the same. And this is one of the things I'll be talking about, how to vet women in future videos. Because, you know, Alan Roger Curry, rest in peace, Alan, we used to have this conversation. I don't know what it is, how I was able to find all these good women and Alan was able to find all of this good women. Alan had videos like, I have no reason to talk bad about women. Women have been really good to me. I have no reason to talk bad about women. The majority of women I've dated have been really good to me. There's been a few bad apples, but overall, I would say 90-something% have been good. Or they've been good to great to extraordinary. And I just don't have these problems. Number one, I don't have these issues because of the design. I actually had a course, Designing Your Life. I designed my life to be a certain way. I'm in an apartment. It's like $3,000. It's not a normal apartment. Once again, I have hallways. I have a hallway coming from the entrance. I have a hallway going to the second bedroom. And I really like this place. And it's where I want to be because it's down the street from my office, right? This is life of design. I used to live in Buckhead. Man, I was filling up 3 and 4 times a week. I drive a Porsche Cayenne GTS. Sometimes I put it in Sport Plus mode, which makes it very, very peppy. And so I could be drinking that gas. But once again, fellas, you got to start designing your life. You got to go ahead and put certain things in where you can bring the woman into the life you already have. Because I've seen this stuff, and I'm going to actually talk about people. I think it is one of the craziest pieces of bullshit that when you get rich, you got to be quiet. You know, once again, this whole notion of, yeah, he's worth $50 million. He lives in a regular house. And he drives a Ford F-150. What the fuck? If I was worth $50 million, there's no fucking way I'm driving a Ford F-150. I was worth significantly less than $50 million, and I was driving a Porsche 911 Turbo. When I bought mine, it was like $235. Now, they're $300K. They've gone up a lot. So, this whole notion, living in a wealthy neighborhood, having neighbors who bought their house and paid cash for their house, $1 million houses, it's a different groove. And this whole bullshit of, you gotta be quiet. You get rich. You just live this normal life and you just have all this. What's the point in having money if you're not going to use it? That makes no sense to me. That makes no sense. Let me explain to you what's going to happen. I have a Porsche Cayenne. I'm going to make an upgrade on that this year. And then I'm going to order me another 911 Turbo. Should be a 2026. Depends if I order it. Because I'm gonna get the Cayenne. I'm just gonna get the regular one, and well, I may order that too. I don't know, because my current car is paid off, so there's no rush, and I just want to upgrade because the new one is so sexy. When you start it up, it's got that rumble and everything, and so that's gonna happen this year. But once again, this is the luxury. And one of the things I'm thinking about is giving Tressie my old Porsche. That's something that's crossed my mind because it's been serviced, it's well taken care of. There's no issues with it. And I'll just go ahead and buy me a new one and give her that one. And we'll, she'll have a Porsche and I have a Porsche. Once again, inviting her into my lifestyle versus actually meeting someone and then when the woman's like, let's go to a nice restaurant, and then be like, she just with me for my money. She wanna go to stop acting like a little bitch. Damn, it's just a restaurant. It's a nice restaurant. Learn to have luxury. Learn to enjoy these things for yourself. There's this Chinese place, Shin's, I forget the name of it, but it starts, you've seen the commercials. We're going to that. And I have a passion for plays. I like plays. I like going to museums and stuff like this. And Tressie, I don't know how she feels about the museum, but she's going to go. She's going to go. So one of the things is creating a life where you can invite women into your lifestyle and not be freaking out when a woman wants to go to a nice restaurant to have dinner. Now, once again, we'll be talking like a woman's like, I didn't do chain restaurants. I think that's a bit much. Cheesecake Factory, a place we go quite a bit. It's a chain restaurant. There's one at Cumberland. There's one at Perimeter. There's one at Lenox. It is a chain restaurant, and we thoroughly enjoy it. So we got to get away from fear-based lifestyle. But once again, there are bad women out there. I'm not going to sit here and go, all women are good. No, they're not. There's a lot of bad women out there, and you have to avoid them. And this is stuff we'll be talking about here. So stay tuned, lock it in, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one.